Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. Where did this week go? Where did this week go? I feel like it was just Sunday and we were at brunch and now it's Thursday. I feel like I have lived an entire life this week. No, I do. I have filmed so many videos. I have not filmed so many videos. I had marriage counseling. I went out with Tanya and hung out with her. I went with Caroline, came home, filmed videos. I have read so much. I watched so many TV shows. I feel like I have lived a lifetime this entire week. It's crazy. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm laughing, but I have a horrible headache right now. I've had it for the last 2 hours. And your assignment, should you accept it, is to help me get rid of my headache. Sometimes when I vlog, by the time that I'm done vlogging, my headache just kind of goes away. I think because if I don't pay it, if I'm sitting here just in front of the computer and I'm Alex, he was over there, I was oh, my head's hurting, and I spent the last hour putting up videos. And sometimes I focus more attention on it. When I don't focus on it, it sometimes just kind of goes away. Has that ever happened to you? So, your assignment, if you should accept it, is to help me get rid of my headache. I took my allergy medicine today. At 3 o'clock, I had a Zoom meeting, a YouTube thing. And so I had that at 3 o'clock today. And right before then, I took some Tylenol. And it felt like my headache lifted a little bit. I kind of go back and forth between Aleve and Tylenol. I don't really know which one works better, if you want to know the truth. But anyway, yeah, I have this splitting headache. Sounds like a 1940s movie, doesn't it? I have a splitting headache today, but I do. And I don't know, it might be the temperature change because it is drastically colder today than it was yesterday. So before I get into this vlog, I have listened to your requests, and I am now going to try to, I have been aiming at my vlogs being over an hour, but so many people said that they really like them being an hour to an hour and a half. Most people said they like them being closer to an hour and a half. So I'm going to do my best. An hour and a half is a really long time by the end of filming several videos to sit down here and just talk. It's interesting because I don't know which video, it was a vlog from a couple days ago, but Nikki had said that night that she watched it. And I felt and it was me sitting here in front of the computer, I don't know which one it was, but I felt like I was kind of all over the place in the vlog. And so she was asking me about something that I said in the vlog. And I said, did I seem like I was kind of all over the place in the vlog? And she goes, a little bit you did. She's because you're, usually pretty on point. And she's talking to her on the phone and stuff like that. And she said, you did seem a little kind of distracted on the vlog. So I think when I'm sitting in front of the computer, I'm going to try not to do this today. I'm going to try to stay on point. I think when I'm sitting in front of the computer, you guys don't see this, but I have the computer up. I have it actually pulled to the vlog in case I want to read any comments. And then I have my phone to the right of me in case, I get a text or something did I get a text? No. In case I have something that I need to, see. And then to my left, I have my list of everything that I need to do for the day with Post-it notes. I have 6 Post-it notes on it. And then I have more notes over there of appointments that I need to make and things like that. And during this meeting earlier, I took all these notes that I've got to go through. And then I also have my calendar books over there. And then to my right, I have these little notebooks that I keep of stuff. And so in front of me, I'm I feel like I'm constantly distracted. So I'm trying to do my best today. This isn't going to be the last cold day that I film inside. But I think when I'm vlogging out on the front porch, I'm just kind of looking at the street, looking at nature, things like that. So I don't feel heavily distracted, if that makes sense. In all honesty, when I'm sitting here, I don't really feel distracted until I'm until I'm done with it and after I'm thinking about it, or if somebody points it out to me. Sometimes Valerie will text me and she'll be you seemed really distracted in your vlog today. Nikki says it every once in a while, but they're the only 2 people in my personal life that watch my vlog. Sometimes I can feel it. It's usually if I don't kind of get started on I'm telling 15 different stories at the same time, but I'm going to try to learn to be better because we have a whole other fall and winter to get through next year and I'm going to have to sit inside. But when I sit on the porch, I I feel like I'm just like looking at the street and looking at the tree and nature and my neighbors coming by. So I don't feel super distracted. So yeah. So let's do a time and temperature check. See, my headache's already kind of going away a little bit. Or maybe I'm just not paying as much attention to it. I don't know. But anyway, let's do a time and temperature check. So it is currently 6:42 p.m. And the temperature outside, let's pull up the weather app and see what it is. I've gone outside a couple times today. It is currently, oh, it feels much colder than that. Oh, it says it feels like, so it's 41 degrees, and it says it feels like it's 34. It's windy and it's cold outside. I went outside to get the mail. I went outside to bring the trash can in. I went outside to talk to my neighbor. I wanted to ask my neighbor something, and I heard him out there. So I've been outside a couple times today. Oh, and I also went to see if the corn on the cob was gone from under the tree, and it was. So I was very excited about the corn on the cob being gone from the tree. All right, now that brings me to the next very important part of the vlog. I need like a, what is that, a gavel or whatever? I need one of those. You know, actually, it's interesting because Emily Baker sends me like every one of her like boxes that she puts together, which is really sweet of her. And it always has like a, you know, like a coffee, like big like mug, tumbler mug thing in it. And then it has like a notebook. But it has these like, I should start using it in my videos. It has these like, you know those squeeze ball things, those stress reliever squeeze balls? It has one, but it's like a gavel, like a court gavel. Which is really sweet that she sends me those. But I should start bringing out that gavel. I think I have the most recent box just inside in the kitchen. Okay, so that brings me to my coffee. Today I'm using this mug, which I think is one of these corksicle mugs. But these like metal mugs keep the coffee hot or cold depending on which temperature. I swear by them. I know they're not super fun and exciting. I think they're kind of cool though. This is like a matte that looks kind of like a marble, but I like it. And the coffee is not my favorite. It's the happy coffee because I'm trying to get rid of it. Why am I, this is so stupid. This goes along with like this goes against everything that I believe. I'm not just gonna throw away a box of 24 coffee pods. It's just not gonna happen. So I guess it's not too bad. It's a light roast. I don't know what kind of roast it is. I don't know anything about the roast. We've already established that. But it's not bad. Maybe I'm kind of like growing accustomed to it. It's a song from My Fair Lady. My mom loved that musical. I did too when I was a little kid. It's probably one of the only musicals besides Annie that I really liked. I've grown accustomed to her face. Isn't that from My Fair Lady? Before I get to the candle, let me share my My Fair Lady story. So when I was a little kid, I mean, this is literally the epitome of being an only child. My mom, I can just like, so we had this library in our house. Like we had a living room, like when you walked in our house. I wish I had pictures of it so I could show you. I mean, I'm sure I do somewhere. I should find pictures of like our library and stuff. Would you guys be interested in that at all? To see like pictures of what the house looked like that I grew up in inside? I mean, I talk enough about it, but if you guys would want to see pictures, let me know and I'll like find some and then I'll put them up here and I'll talk about it someday. But when you walked in, we had like this slate floor and then we had like a powder room off of like the slate floor. And then to the left was like our living room that had like a fireplace in it and stuff like that. I think I've described this before because it had like the fireplace from the Pi-Fi house and stuff in it because my mom was a Pi-Fi. Pi-Fi, Pi-Fi, Pi Beta Phi. I'll be a Pi-Fi all my life until the day I die. I wouldn't be a Kappa, DG, or Alpha Chi. Be a Pi-Fi. Anyway, so it had the Pi-Fi fireplace, and the colors were not like in a tacky way. I'm like, where's the chair? Oh, the chair's in the kitchen. That was in there. So the secretary desk that's right here was in there. And then there was a chair there, and the chair is like mauve and like this bluish color, which I think that color is like the Pi-Fi color. I need to look. It's like wine color. It's part of a song. Why do I not know this? Pi-Fi colors. Pi-Fi colors. Wine and silver blue. Wine and silver blue! I just looked, oh my god, how did I know that? Because it's in one of those songs. Pi Beta Phi, known as Pi-Fi, is an international Pi-Fi kisses, Pi-Fi misses, sweetest of them all. You can have your, I can't remember. But But anyway, it's a song about having a baby and decorating the room in wine and silver blue. If you're a Pi-Fi out there and you know the song, let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, Pi-Fi Colors song. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. I've never heard of this song. Ring Chang Chang. I don't know that song. But anyway, so it was the colors of, what are Phi Gams colors? Because my dad was a Phi Gam. Fiji fraternity colors. My dad actually was a president of the fraternity house. Fraternity. Oh, it says IU. Colors. Royal, purple, and white. So anyway, the colors in our living room were like wine, silver, and blue. Those were the colors in there. But then to the right, we had French doors, like once the staircase went up, and then to the right we had, there was a coat closet and a coat closet on either side of the door. But then to the right was like French doors that you opened, and then you stepped down. So there was an entrance from that way, and then there was an entrance from past the kitchen on the other side, and it was a library. So, which is so funny because I can remember telling people when I was growing up, like in our library, and they're like, you have a library in our house. And it didn't seem bizarre to me because my parents would always just call it the library. But I can understand now in retrospect how that probably sounded bizarre to people, but it literally was floor to ceiling. My parents loved books. So the fireplace in there was an exact replica. So the living room was an exact replica of the Pi-Fi fireplace. And in there was an exact replica of the Union Building fireplace at IU, which my dad has that exact fireplace in his house that he lives in now. So, and then in their basement, he and my stepmom have an exact replica of a place they stayed in Santa Fe that they did this artist retreat with Martin Sheen, by the way, and his wife. But they stayed there, and my dad loved the fireplace, and so they did like this, they changed their entire basement. It's all like Santa Fe themed and stuff like that now. And in the corner, they had this whole fireplace put in. It's really, really cool. But in this bedroom, they have like, so they have this huge fireplace in their bedroom. And in the bedroom, which from like October till probably the 1st of May, they literally have a fireplace burning constantly. In their bedroom, my dad has the fireplace that was in the library. And then in the living room, they have a different fireplace. I don't know, it's this big like limestone stone fireplace. And then in the kitchen, they have like a brick fireplace. My dad loved fireplaces, like wood burning fireplaces. When I was growing up as a kid, in our garage, well, at my dad's house, the entire, like, so my dad had a 3-car garage, and the right-hand side, it was like, for like 5 feet out, and then probably, I mean, the whole length of a garage, and then all the way over was all firewood. I mean, he would have them just like dump it there. Like, he would order it in like September, and then it was like the whole winter. He had all his firewood. It's kind of funny, I kind of forgot about that until I was talking about the fireplaces. But anyway, we had this library, and so you could close the doors, and so, but they had like glass panes on them, like French doors, you know? So, and then it had like, you know, rugs and books from floor to ceiling and whatever. And then in the corner, it had this stereo system with all of our records. And it was where like my mom had this like black leather and chrome chair with an ottoman that I still have in the bedroom. It's like one of the only things I've kept besides the secretary desk that nobody wants. So I don't want the secretary desk. So, but it's like massive to haul out of here. So when we get the whole place remodeled and everything, that's going. I think I actually asked my dad, and he was like, if you don't want it, I'll take it. And so, but he's never made any move to come and get it. I actually, like, when my mom passed away, I gave my aunt a rug. My dad came over here. So the whole place was all had, like, these rugs that he and my mom had bought, like, at auctions and places like that. And so, I mean, it was like rugs on top of rugs, and I had some rolled up. My mom had one in the bathroom that my dad said was like, he was like, I can't believe that your mom had this in the bathroom or whatever. Anyway, so I gave him a bunch of the rugs because, I mean, they were basically his rugs anyway, and I didn't want them. And so, but yeah. Did I tell you guys about the painting over there? I'm looking right at it. So it's a painting of Samuel Beckett. It's actually a wood print or wood carving or whatever. Caroline and I were just talking about this to the woman at the thing. So when my mom passed away, we had to have like an appraiser come in and appraise everything in here. Nothing was worth anything. Nothing was worth anything except that I'll never forget this woman, because they go, like, if you have ever had an appraiser come in your house, or like if somebody passes away at their house, they go through everything. Like, they go through like the silverware, which none of it was worth anything. I can't remember who I gave it away to. My mom had this whole silver set, and I like looked it up. It was like Oneida, and I looked it up online. It was worth like $40 or something. It was silver plated. It wasn't like, anyway, nothing that my mom had was worth anything except for some of her artwork. And because my mom and my aunt collected, I've got a painting there, I've got like 4 in the basement, 2 or 3 upstairs. I have like 12 total. Caroline didn't want them, so I wanted them. It's this artist that was local. Her name is J.T. Johnson. And my mom loved her work, and she used to live on Talbot Street in Indianapolis. So, is there any around me? Do I have any behind me? Oh, there's 2 in the kitchen. There's one right there. There's a huge one right there. We have 2 upstairs. I think there's like 2 in the garage that were my aunt's. I had like 12 total. But she did say, she goes, I mean, they weren't like worth a lot, but she thought they were worth like $400 or $500 each. But I would never sell them anyway, because they just remind me of my mom. I love them so much. They have poems on them. She used to write poems on them. I should take one down and show you guys. Well, this one over here is like got all this stuff leaning up, or I would show you. But anyway, this picture over here, I'll show you guys sometime. The Samuel Beckett, it's just this like wood print of Samuel Beckett. She pointed to it and she goes, now that original woodcut print, it's like where you do a wood cutting and then you print it. Like, does that make sense? She goes, that's worth quite a bit. And I said, really? And I said, how much? And she goes, oh, that's probably worth $10,000 to $20,000. I said, that is? And she said, yeah, it's really the only thing that's of any value in the house. I said, that one? She goes, the only thing that's stopping me from appraising it that high is that I don't know who the artist is on it. I said, oh, the artist of that wood printing? I said, I know who the artist is. She goes, oh, you do? I said, yeah. I said, that's my father. I was like, you're an idiot. Like, get out of my house. But anyway, you kind of have to just sit by. I don't even think I was allowed to be in the house until the very end or something like that. Like, they have to, like, you can't, like, I don't know. It's weird how they do it all. But anyway, so in the library, now I wanted to light this damn candle and everything, and here I am almost at 20 minutes. So anyway, in the library, in the corner, my mom and dad have this, well, my dad really lived there like a year and a half, 2 years. But anyway, they had like these built-in bookshelves, and then they have the stereo set into the bookshelves with these speakers on either side of the fireplace. And my mom would sit there, this was back when she drank a lot, and she would have these huge headphones on. When she lived here, she had it on the table right here. See, like this, I showed you guys this not too long ago, but the buffet table right there that now has our pictures. Oh, look at can you see the little Boo Radley thing? Oh, little Boo Radley thing. My YouTube plaque, Alex and I, wedding pictures. And then over there's pictures of my mom. There's pictures of Alex's mom. But anyway, she used to have a stereo over there. She brought it here. So, what was I saying? So anyway, she would sit there in this chrome chair, this black leather chrome chair. I love it. It's very like modern looking and whatever. But it's like at this point now, I mean, it's close to almost 50 years old. But it's in perfect condition. I will never get rid of it. Alex loves it too. Like, it could go in anywhere. It's very modern looking. And not a scratch on it. I mean, it's in perfect condition. And so anyway, she would sit there with her headphones on and she would drink and smoke cigarettes while she listened to like Judy Collins and Bob Dylan albums and stuff like that. So anyway, but I would go in there and I would play like albums like Annie. This is where I've talked about how I would do like the whole casting call of Annie. I mean, this was something I did on a regular basis where I would like, I mean, it's the imagination you have as an only child. You have to, right? And so I would play the Annie album, and then like I just wonder like what my mom thought. Like, looking back, like we never talked about that. I mean, we talk about me like singing songs and stuff like that, but not really like at that length. I don't know why I just remember this, but my mom and I used to do this dance in the kitchen too, and it was what is it? I became obsessed with the made-for-television movie about Nadia Comaneci. I don't know why I became obsessed with that, but do you guys know what I'm talking about? What is it called? It's probably just called the Nadia Comaneci story, but anyway, is that even how you pronounce her name? Nadia is it pronounced Comaneci? She still looks great, damn. Nietzsche made for TV movie. What was it called? Nadia. Oh, it was called Nadia, 1984. So I would have been, I couldn't have been, it would have had to come out before then. I wouldn't have been 12 years old when that. My mom and I, no, I wasn't 12 years old when that came out. What was it? It was something else that we watched. But anyway, what's that one? Oh no, it wasn't that. I'm like looking at the pictures. I know that that's not what it is. But anyway, My mom and I, we would do this thing to, what was the song that was it the Can that she did? It has to have been the Can. Na 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 na. Hey, my mom and I would do that in the kitchen. But anyway, so I would, is that the Can? That's not the Can, is it? It was her floor exercise that she did. Maybe it wasn't from that. I became obsessed with it. Now I just pull up Nadia's theme from The Young and the Restless. No, I know what that is. See, and this is how my mind works. Okay, now I used to wear, this is where people are going to be like, you were talking at the beginning about how you were distracted. I used to wear this oil that I used to buy from this guy when I worked in treatment, and it was called Victor Newman. And Victor Newman was from The Young and the Restless. And every time I look up this oil, it never comes up. Never comes up. A character from The Young and the Restless. If anybody can find me that oil, let me know. Cologne oil. It was like $10. Oh my god, is this it? It's a roll-on cologne. This is what it looks like, but Victor wants to sell perfume for Newman. What's this? Doesn't make sense. I don't even understand. If anybody can find the Victor Newman roll-on cologne oil, I used to wear it under my Michael Kors. Anyway, we're getting way distracted. So I would do these like in these plays like in the library basically for nobody except for myself. And one of them I did was of Annie. And my audition song was always Maybe. Maybe far away or maybe real nearby. You remember that? And I would just do my like best little impression of it. But then there'd be like 5 of us that were auditioning in front of the fireplace on the rug. And I don't know who the other 4 were, but like I feel like I saw like some news special. Do you know how like as a kid you like see something? I think I saw some like news special that they were auditioning for Annie, which not too long ago I watched this whole like YouTube special about when they auditioned for Annie and they went from town to town to town. Did you guys ever watch that? I think it was a documentary or something. I talked about it on here. It was great. But anyway, I was standing there and then like I would imagine there was like 6 of us, right? And there was like in the audience, there was like this cast or this like casting agent, you know, and the director. And so then like the first, you know, girl they would like let go. And I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I would do this. Like, and I can see my mom, like as I'm doing that, I can see her like at the sink washing dishes or something in the kitchen, like at the islands on one side, the sinks on the other. I don't know why like this cracks me up so much, but it's just like, and then it'd be down to like me and like one other, you know, person in the audition. And of course I would get the part, you know, and then I'd be like, me, really? And I was so excited about it. But anyway, but I also would audition for My Fair Lady. And the song was, I saw the movie with Audrey Hepburn and I loved it. It's like the only other musical that I ever really loved. Well, my mom's best friend, her daughter was in Oklahoma at her middle school and she was a couple years older than me. And then I liked Oklahoma for like a second. But that was really the only other musical that I really liked was My Fair Lady. And so, so I would sing that song over and over and over again. You know, lots of chocolates for me to eat, lots of, and I would carry this basket, but I didn't have any flowers to put in it. Do you know where she's like selling flowers? Do you know what I'm talking about? Eliza, is that her name? Anyway, warm hands, warm feet, oh, wouldn't it be lovely? That's the song I was gonna look up. Anyway, I would sing that. Of course I had like some shawl on, like, you know, I was like this, you know, this like street seller in London or something like that, waiting to be discovered to being turned into like some lady, you know, like that was what it was going to be. But I was like, that was the other one that I would audition for. And they would always tell me I did an incredible job. Like I'd be like, oh, thank you. I mean, it's just, I could see my mom in the kitchen. I must have had the door closed or something because I can't imagine what she must have thought when I was just sitting there like talking to people that didn't, I mean, it wasn't like they were imaginary friends. I knew there was nobody in front of me, but I just like imagined, you know, that like, I used to always say like, people would ask me like, when I was little, they'd say like, what's your favorite game to play? And I would say imagination. I don't, like, that isn't that so weird? Like, as an only child, you do that, you know, like, I don't remember ever having like invisible friends and stuff like that, but I would play imagination all the time. So anyway, how did I get down to that story? How did I get there from coffee? Was I talking about limestone from this cup and then I went all the way into the, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Okay, the candle. I've been wanting to light this candle forever. So we're gonna light this candle. This is from the Shy Wolf. I think this is the newest one that I got, and it's called Slow Mornings. Is this the newest one that I got? I don't remember. What is it supposed to smell like? It doesn't say. I'm gonna tell you what it smells like. It smells like Slow Mornings. I don't really know. It smells like... It smells kind of like a latte with like cinnamon in it, cardamom maybe. Let's look it up. Let's see what the scent is. Slow Morning. Oh wait. Shy Wolf. Candle Slow Mornings. If this is the one that just came out, it's like with the box and you can't get it. Yeah, they're not showing it on here. So I don't know what it's supposed to smell like. It's probably in my note. Do I have my note right here? Oh no, it's in the kitchen. So I don't know what it smells like, but we're gonna burn this. The wick is long on this, ma'am. Look at that crazy wick. So I have lots to talk about, obviously, today. I honestly did. I was like, I don't really have anything to talk about. So I got up today and I did some stuff around the house. It was so cold already. I was just like, ugh. I knew it was going to be, but I kind of forgot. Did you ever do that? I kind of forgot that it was going to be cold. So here's the candle. So I got up today and did some stuff around the house. And then I was going to try to film videos before my meeting, but then I had this meeting and it went from like 2 to 3:15. And it was just like this, you know, talking to like YouTube people. And then I've got to organize all these notes later from that. But anyway, so after I got done with that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna film like 1 or 2 videos. And I was trying to go through and see. So I keep a list of like, I told you guys this the other day, of like, so every day I like keep a tally mark of like how many videos I filmed on each of my channels. So I try to match it from the month before or go further. And so like so far this month, like to be where so my vlog doesn't count on that because I just try to film as much on my vlog. So it depends on how many days in a month there are, you know what I mean? Like I can tell you last month I filmed 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I filmed 29 vlogs last month. How many days? Were there 29 days last month in February? Let's see. How did I do 28 days. I have my reading glasses on. I had 28 days last month. So like right now on my drama video, well, as of yesterday, I'm 5 short of matching where I was this month. My Peterisms video, I was 2 short from last month. My review video, I've already, I think as of yesterday, yeah, I'm past like this month, I filmed more than I did last month on my review channel. My Peter Does Stuff channel, I've already filmed more than I did last month. My TV channel, I still had 3 videos to catch up with last month. And my BookTube channel, yeah, I've done exactly the same as I did last month, which I've been wanting to like double that number on my BookTube channel, but I still got like 10 days left this month, so I can still do that. So anyway, I was like, I knew that I wanted to film a video on my drama channel, my Peterisms channel, and my TV channel. So I watched last night, we'll get to this in just a second. I'm not going to get deep into it because I did a 26-minute video about it, but I watched the first 2 episodes of Good American Family about Natalia Grace last night. So I had notes taken and I knew I wanted to do that video for my Peter Watches TV video. My drama video, I wasn't really sure. Oh my God, I have to tell you guys something. Okay, so the other day, let me move all this stuff over here in my notes and stuff. The other day, I was like standing out the window and this bird flew almost into the window, but it like flew and it went like that. And in the corner right there, okay, like in between our fireplace area and there's like this like drain that comes down. And in between the drain up against the wall of the house, there's been like the same nest there for like 4 years. Well, I was like, is she like still like coming back? Is it the same bird? Is it a different bird? Do different birds come to the same nest? The nest never goes down? I don't know. So anyway, so I saw her go up there. So I was like, oh, she must have built another nest. Well, was it last night I heard something and I was like, it sounds like baby birds. Today they were so loud. I came down here like for the meeting to get on the Zoom meeting, and I was like, they were like, and they were like so loud waiting to eat today. I was like, oh my God, I love that so much. So anyway, but what was I talking about? Oh, the videos. So I have like 2 drama videos that I wanted to do, but also people ask, the camera stopped. I can't believe I'm at 30 minutes already. But people ask me a lot, since I've covered Fox Hollow Farms, they've asked me a lot of what I think about the Delphi case. I don't know everything about the Delphi case. I mean, I know enough. I've watched a documentary. We read a book about it in the True Crime Book Club. I've read all the articles about it. I didn't watch the court case, like all the footage from it afterwards and before and stuff like that. I didn't watch the breakdowns of the court case, but I've read like everything on it. So I know the case pretty well. But then there's also like, what do people say in Indianapolis about the case, or Indiana? Because there's a lot of speculation that there's a huge cover-up and things like that. And so I had been talking to somebody yesterday about Fox Hollow Farms and why I think there's a cover-up and stuff like that. Now, my theory about why there's a cover-up in Fox Hollow Farms, so I said this a little bit in there, but I'll explain it to you guys so it'll make sense. So my theory about if there is a system-wide cover-up of Fox Hollow Farms and the murders at Fox Hollow Farms, it's deep, but it's not the direction that people think. At first, when the information was brought to me, my speculation was, based on the very limited information that I had, that chapstick's not great, is it? It has a tint to it, but it's not the powdered sugar donut one. Anyway, my speculation was that law enforcement somehow was involved in it, that it was like people in very powerful positions that were involved. That's not my speculation now. I don't believe that that's the case. I believe that it's a group of powerful men in Indiana. I think that the majority of them were, I think it was powerful men of, anyway, I think it was a few powerful men. I don't know that I necessarily think it was law enforcement. I've had people that have reached out to me with theories. I pass all that stuff on to authorities, and people that are investigating it. But I don't necessarily think that's the case. When you look at it, what's interesting is that Fox Hollow Farms is in Hamilton County, which is where I grew up, okay? It's in Westfield, but it's east Westfield, okay? It almost touches the border of Carmel, which is where I grew up. Carmel, first of all, Hamilton County is very conservative. They even said it in the documentary. It's very, very conservative. It's also Hamilton County, all of the cities, which are Westfield, Noblesville, Carmel, and Fishers. Fishers is where Tanya lives, are very safe communities. If they're places that you would like, people would move there just to raise their kids. Like Fishers High School, which is where Tanya's son went, is like very safe neighborhood, very safe. I used to live in Fishers, very safe. Noblesville, which they show a lot of Noblesville, it's like where I go to my like meetings and stuff like that. It's small town, small square, stuff like that. It's the oldest kind of about most of it. And it's more country. It's like a lot of farmers and things like that live in the outskirts. When these towns now where these $1 million homes exist, when I was going out there as a kid and we were like driving out there and stuff like that and, you know, whatever, they were cornfields and now they're $1 million homes. But when I went to Carmel High School was known as being like an academic and a sports school. Like it was, and it still probably is. You know, I actually want to look at this up. It ranked as a public school as one of the like highest ranking schools in Indiana, if not the Midwest, as far as sports and academics. So if you're, especially sports. So if you were going to send your kid to a public school, their best chance of getting into a college of their choice or doing really well and getting good grades was to go to Carmel. Westfield at that time, which is where Fufu, my brother-in-law, went, Westfield is probably good as Carmel now. Maybe not sports-wise and stuff like that, but academically, Fishers and Westfield are still like on that level. Oh, there's Hamilton Southeastern too. So, which is out close to where my dad lives. So my dad lives like on the border between Hamilton and Marion County, which is Indianapolis. He's like, his street is the border to it. So, which is interesting because if I would have lived with my dad, half of the street, my dad lives like on a private drive at the end of a street. Half of his street would go to Lawrence North, which was this high school in Indianapolis. That's in Indianapolis. And then the people that live, the 4 houses that were on the private drive, their kids would have gone to Hamilton Southeastern. So I would have gone to Hamilton Southeastern, which when I was in high school was definitely a country school. It was like farmers' kids and stuff like that. And then there's Hamilton Heights too, but I don't know if Hamilton Heights is in Hamilton County. I think it might be. But anyway, the 4 main cities in Hamilton County are Carmel, Fishers, Westfield, and Noblesville. Fishers is kind of known for having Geist Reservoir, which is like a lot of like big houses, ritzy houses. But Carmel is well known for having mass wealth. And it also being really a safe community. And great schools. So my belief is, okay, that at the time this would have happened, city council members, things like that, did not want a murder sex mansion where 29 gay men have been murdered to be exposed and found out in Hamilton County, because it would stop families from moving to Carmel. It would stop, I mean, at that time, I think there was like, it was ranked like the #1 city to move to in the United States. At some point it was. So all of a sudden you have a serial killer that killed 29 gay men out there. No, they didn't want it. That's why I believe the cover-up happened. I don't think it's this insidious cover-up that people were, maybe they were, but I don't think so. I think it was more about that they were really trying to keep it down. I would kind of be interested to see where Carmel ranks today in high schools in Indianapolis. Probably not as well. I mean, and now everybody sends their kids to private schools and things like that that can afford it. IPS, Indianapolis Public School, probably has like 3 or 4 charter schools that are really, really good. There's like this one that like a lot of our friends have sent their kids to. It's called PS. It's a school for creative. Let me look it up. IPS, school for, I mean, they have like the most amazing creative art, creative something. Hold on, what it is. See, there's like Edson School of the Arts, School 47, James Wickham Riley, School 43, other schools with creative focus. What is the one that everybody talks about that my friend, why can't I see? There's like a waiting list, like 5 years long to get into this one. It's not any of these. Anyway, it doesn't matter because most of you don't live in Indianapolis anyway. Can you hear Alex upstairs? He came down here and he was eating chicken fingers. He made chicken fingers when he was watching Suits. And he's like, babe, I can go upstairs and watch upstairs. I was like, oh, like a half an hour. He's like, are you sure? So he was so comfy, cozy, and snuggy and stuff. I was like, do you care if I... He was like, no, not at all. I'm going to go upstairs. So he's upstairs watching Suits while I'm filming this. But that's why I believe that the cover-up happened, because I think they were just so worried about the reputation of Carmel. I mean, you have one... I think that's one of the reasons why the story hasn't got a lot of attention, is I think that it was going to really... Nobody's worried about tourism in Indiana. I mean, Indiana is not a tourism state. Indiana is a state where you move to settle down and have a family. You're not going to settle down and have a family. I mean, there are literally neighborhoods built all around Fox Hollow Farms now. It wasn't that way when it occurred. I mean, it was out there, it was isolated by itself. Today, there are $500,000 to $1 million home neighborhoods all around there. When Nikki and I drove by it, I couldn't believe, I hadn't been out there in a while, I couldn't believe how developed it was. There's houses literally, there's like 4 or 5 houses on Fox Hollow property that are probably $1 million homes there alone. So you're not going to sell those houses if in that neighborhood if it's getting national attention for being the site of a serial killer, you know, and you definitely don't want to raise your family 5 stories down from there when you've got Rob Graves, you know, like saying, oh, bones are found all the time, and yet your kids are walking by. I mean, the Monn Trail goes right by there and playing in the creek. I mean, Cool Creek's right there. You know, that's not where you're going to... So if it had gotten national attention 20 years ago, you know, 30 years ago, it would have... Nobody was going to move to Carmel. I mean, it's since built up then, and I think people have kind of forgotten about it, and it was 30 years ago. People aren't as scared today. So I think that's one of the reasons why it might have been subdued. I actually want to look up Carmel High School, Carmel, Indiana ranking. I want to see if it pulls what it says. It was ranked number 354 in national rankings. I mean, that's pretty high. What is the #1 public high school in Indiana? The Indiana Academy. Discover Indianapolis. I don't even know what that is. Where's that at? What is the best school district? Carmel Clay Schools place some of the highest in the nation. The kids get incredible educational experiences at the high school. So much better than what Hamilton Southeastern, Westfield, or Fisher High School has to offer. That's in Carmel High School. What is Carmel High School known for? Carmel High School is known for their athletic success. They have 179 IHSAA state championships and the most of any school. Really? They have the IHSAA record for the most state titles in the same academic year with 7 in 2000. I mean, it goes on and on and on. What is Carmel High School ranked in Indiana? This will be interesting. 6th in the state of Indiana by U.S. News and World Report. What are the other schools? Carmel High School's reputation is known for athletic success and has one. Yeah, okay. So it's mostly athletics. What is the hardest high school in Indiana? Let's see. This will be interesting. Signature School in Evansville. Never heard of it. Well, these are all private schools. What are the top schools? Now I'm interested. Public school ranking Indiana. Best high schools in Indiana. Let's see if it has private schools on here, though. I've never heard of Signature School. I have no idea what that is. It's in Evansville, Indiana. That's south, like 3 hours south. Indiana Academy. Oh, it's in Muncie, so it must be associated with Ball State. West Lafayette, that's Purdue's camp, like where Purdue is, West Lafayette. Zionsville Community School is number 4. Well, Zionsville, so that's where I used to drive. Do you guys remember the cobblestone roads? And I would show all the little houses and all that kind of stuff. That's Zionsville. It is really cute. Heron High School is number 5. So Heron is the art school that was connected to IUPUI, and they've turned it into a high school. Our friend Aaron's daughter went there and she loved it. So that's the 5th high school. That doesn't surprise me. And number 6 is Carmel High School. Crazy. Does it say anything about it on here? The reason I'm bringing this up is not because I got a great education or anything there, because I don't think I did. Oh, it's number 3 in Indianapolis. But because I don't understand what all the rest of this means. But because I think that when you have cities like that, that's a reason why they would want to hush the story up. Okay, so anyway, since I started talking about Fox Hollow Farms, a lot of people have asked me, what do people in Indianapolis or Indiana think about Delphi? So I know a lot about the case. But anyway, about a week ago, somebody sent me that they had released the leak footage of the whole 43-second video of the bridge guy video. So I was like, okay, I think I'm going to make a video about this. So it's kind of been on my list. Richard Allen is like, he just appealed his conviction. And it came out like the same day that they released the footage. The footage had to leak from the prosecutor, the sheriff's department, or his defense attorneys. But this is the thing. If you have to think about with this stuff. If his defense attorneys leaked it and it came back out that they were the ones that leaked it, because the jury, they got to see the original 43-second tape, which I knew there was like a tape that they got to see that nobody else got to see, but I didn't realize it was 43 seconds versus whatever it was before. If his defense attorneys leaked it, then what that would imply is that they broke their code of ethics. And then he could lose them as attorneys because the judge could say, well, if it comes out that you guys leaked this evidence. I mean, it first came out on a website which is called Justice for Richard Allen. So that means somebody sent them this clip. So if his defense attorneys did it, then, and they're implicated in that, I mean, first of all, they could lose their license, they could lose their bar. I mean, they would not be able to defend him anymore, unless that's what they want, but I don't think that's why they would release the tape. It seems to me like somebody released the video footage to I don't know, raise questions about Richard Allen's confession. And if that's the case, then it's like, was it the judge? Was it the prosecutor? Was it somebody from the sheriff's department? Then it makes you think, well, there must be somebody out there that thinks there's more to this story. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes perfect sense that the defense attorneys would, but then they would be risking the possibility they wouldn't be able to defend him anymore. And that they would also be barred and things like that. So, and lose their, you know, their legal license, and they could, you know, have to, you know, like lose the state bar and things like that. So I don't know that they would be willing to do that. It seems almost more likely to me that it had to, and I don't think the judge would do it. So it seems like it has to most have come from like the prosecutor's office or the sheriff's department, which I don't think the prosecutor would do it for the same reasons I don't think the defense attorneys would do it, which means then that it had to have come from the sheriff's department, which means somebody at the sheriff's department knows more than what they're letting on, which is what people have been saying all along. This is where it gets very skeptical. So anyway, I made that video today, and then I ended up making, let's see, my Peterisms video, I did a video talking about and addressing whether or not I'm an addict or an alcoholic, or if I ever question that. That was fun to do that video. I like doing that video. And then on my review channel, I did Red Bulls. I reviewed Red Bulls. And then my Peter Does Stuff channel, I compared travel fans and showed my new travel fan. And then on my TV video, I did Good American Family about Natalia Grace. I wanted to do a book haul today, but then Alex was on his way home, and I was like, you know what? I just want to get these videos up. So all those videos are posted already. Thumbnails made, posted, everything done. Yeah, so tonight, I'm excited because I get to watch TV and catch up on reading. I am so, like, madly obsessed with reading right now. Last night, when I got done, I was really tired, like really, really tired. And so Alex was sitting down here and I'm trying to think of what the timing of all. I feel like all my days, whenever I say what I did the night before, like it all gets confusing. So I did take a nap last night. I took a good nap. I slept till like 12:30. But I went to bed, like, I took my nap early. So Alex and I were down here, and he was watching, I don't think we watched anything together last night. No, we didn't. We were going to maybe do Beverly Hills, but he was, like, into Suits, and so I didn't even ask. And so he was watching Suits, like, one episode after another. And so I pulled up the couch, and, like, we were sitting in the dark, and I made coffee. It was real cozy, and I had the candles lit and stuff like that. He likes when I light the candles now, and that's sweet. So anyway, or he'll, like, mention it at least. He hasn't said, like, I love it so much or anything like that. But anyway, so it was real homey, and I was on the couch, and he was in the chair, which is interesting because she usually goes on the couch. But the last couple times, I've been on the couch, and I like the couch. I don't usually sit on that couch very often, but I like it. So yeah, so I sat on the couch, and I started watching Good American Family. And I watched the first episode and half of the second episode, and I was so disgusted with it that I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down. So here's the thing with Good American Family, and I went into it a lot. A lot of people, it's, so between both my Instagrams, people constantly, like I could probably pull it up right now, and people would be recommending shows to me. People recommend shows to me. If you've recommended a show, I probably responded and said, I'm putting it on my list, or it's on my list, or it's next, I'm going to watch it next. So people, like, will recommend shows to me all the time. Okay, so, like, let me just give you an idea of, I don't even have to look and tell you what the shows are that people want me to watch the second season of Severance. People want me to watch, now I do need to look at my list because I don't know what the name of this is, Broken Girls or something like that. Tanya said she started watching it. It's on Peacock. Everybody's asking me to watch this. Did I already add it to my list? No, I haven't even started Dark Winds yet, you guys. Okay, shows to binge, here it is. People are asking me to watch Long Bright River. A lot of people are messaging me about that. A lot of people are messaging me about Adolescence. That's because the 4-part series on Netflix. Tanya thought it was fantastic. Nobody is messaging me about School Spirit Season 2, but I'm going to watch it. But, so I can tell, like, a lot of people are telling me about Lori Daybell, the one that killed her kids, that we read the book, The Moon, Blood on the Moon, or whatever, for a book club. And there was a whole documentary about her and all that kind of stuff. She was on Dateline recently. People are wanting me to watch that and react to it. I've got a lot of DMs about that. And so when I talk about a lot of DMs, I'm talking like 20 to 30 about a TV show. And so, I started getting, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, mass DMs about, I mean, at this point now, I don't even know how many, over 40 DMs about Good American Family. So Good American Family is a dramatization of the story of Natalia Grace. I think I talked about it the other day. I watched the trailer and I was so disgusted about the trailer that I just was like, I'm not watching the show. But then last night I was like, okay, I'm going to give it like 10 minutes. I'd read these articles about, I think I did it on the vlog, when I was reading these articles about the fictionalization of the story and how they took creative liberty with it, but they did great research. They did such great research that they don't even get her shoes correct, okay? Natalia Grace has to have specialized shoes. They show her running in sneakers. She has felt shoes on in the car. It's ridiculous, okay? The show is in such bad taste. It is disgusting to, I mean, it's disgusting to watch. And I wasn't, like, I was halfway through it, and I laid down and took a nap, and I was like, I'm going to get up and I'm going to watch the other half of it. I was like, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt, you know? Maybe it's going to, the further the season goes, but they're painting such a picture, a sainted picture of Christine Barnett, her adopted mother. I'm just like, why are we doing this again in Natalia Grace? Like, she does not deserve this. And so I put out something on my Instagram, my Peter Watches TV Instagram, and I just got mass flooded with DMs of people saying they weren't going to watch it, and they started watching it and whatever. It's the weirdest thing. The guy that plays Michael Barnett plays like the weirdest parts of Michael Barnett. Like, I don't know. Like, it's all bizarre to me. Like, the show is trying to make Michael Barnett an untrustworthy character, which he already is himself when you see him in interviews, and that Natalia Grace is lying about everything, and that Christine Barnett is just a saint. She could do no wrong. Like, that's what it I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, this is already proven to be completely a lie, like, all of this. But I'm going to keep watching it, I think, just to kind of see what happens. So I watched the first 2 episodes last night. Then, before I did that, though, so, got up, talked to Tanya. So anyway, I laid down. I don't know what time that was. It was like 10:15 or something. Maybe it was 10. I mean, I took a long nap last night. And I got up and lit all the candles. It was like 12:30 when I got up. Alex was like going to sleep when I got up. And so I lit all the candles and talked to Tanya, talked to Nikki for a little bit. And then I was like, Nikki and I were going to do puzzles. But she's reading this book that her son gave her that she absolutely loves. And if you guys want to read it, I'll tell you what it is. And I think I already shared it on here, but she is really, really loving it. And she said she was only like 45 pages into it already when, it's called Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. She's really into it. So I was like, we haven't done puzzles now in over a week. I'm missing the puzzles, but I was like, I didn't want to listen to my audiobook last night. And so I was like, or music. So I was like, because I can't watch a show and do my iPad, right? So I have to like listen to an audiobook or whatever. So I was like, let's just, took my walk. That's what I did before I started watching the shows and stuff like that. How could I forget that? Took my walk and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that was earlier in the evening. That was like right when I got done vlogging and all that. So yeah, and then like took a shower, got comfy, and then came down here, and that's when I started watching the show. I think it was like 10:15 or 10:30. It wasn't real late when I laid down. Anyway, I don't know. But, well, Good American Family is short, too. It's like 40 or 45 minutes each episode. So anyway, so I told Nikki, I said, let's just wait. This candle smells really good, by the way. It doesn't smell like, the cold throw and the hot throw smell completely different. It smells like fresh baked bread. The hot throw does. The cold throw didn't smell, it smelled like a latte. It smells like fresh baked bread and like, not like any kind of bread, just fresh baked bread in the kitchen. It smells so good. So anyway, I told Nikki I wanted to read. So last night I finished the prequel of the Kyla Stone books, which is called Chaos Rising. And then I read probably 50 pages of Dead and Gone, which is the second book in the Life as We Knew It series. Okay, both of those series I'm like obsessed with. Well, so the prequel, Chaos Rising by Kyla Stone, a couple of you recommended it to me. I thought I had the first 2 books. I have the first 3 books. I have Chaos Rising, which is the prequel, and then I have, is that what it's called? Here, I can look it up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have the first 2 books. I actually didn't, well, no. I have the first 2 books, because I don't think it's listed on her Goodreads. She has 3 series that are all, like, apocalyptic series. One of them takes place in Miami. So anyway, okay, so I read, like, Susan Beth Pfeffer is, like, the best. But the other one is really good, too. So I finished the whole prequel last night, and then I read the first chapter, which is about this girl named Hannah, and that's in the Kyla Stone series. And she's like, I don't think I finished the first chapter, because she's like somebody's kidnapped her or something, and she's like stuck in this like house and she can't get out or something like that, and that's how it starts. But anyway, and then I read Dead and Gone, which is about this kid in New York City that like at the same time that the moon event happens. It is so good, you guys. But then I was like, how many books are in this series? So it was interesting because I had the 2 Kyla Stone books out, and both of them had in the back 3 series that she has. This is like such a misprint, or maybe she did something different with the titling of it. I don't know why. I mean, all of the books are older books too. They weren't just printed, so this might be why as well. I got them from Thrift Books. So like one of the books has the list of books in the back of it, but it's like missing 2 books. It's like in the middle. It's like something Anarchy, Day of Anarchy or something like that is missing. And then like the next one, it's there, but another one's missing. So I got on Goodreads to see what order they are. I was like, I'm just going to order the whole series. So I got online and I ordered the rest of the series. But then I was like Google searching like apocalyptic independent writers and things like that. And I found, so anyway, Kyla Stone has another series that's about a woman in Miami when like a nuclear event happens. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to read this one because it takes place in Miami, you know, and it's summer's coming up and whatever. Not to mention we're going to be in Miami. And so I was like, okay, so this is a whole different series. It has like 6 or 7 books. Has anybody read those? Are they any good? So I ordered the first 2 of those. But then there was this guy that I found that he has like 4 books in this one series, and I just ordered the first 2. And it's about this family that like lives in some small town when like a nuclear event happens. Is this like are there a bunch of independent writers that are writing all about like end of the world stuff? Because I'm so into it. Like I could just read that all summer long. I'm so into it. Like as I'm reading it, I'm constantly thinking like, what would I do in this situation? Like in Dead and Gone, if you've read the series, the second one, like I don't want to give it away. Anyway, Alex Morales, who is the kid in the second one, he's taking care of his 2 sisters. And so at one point, like he's running out of food and he doesn't know what to do. And I'm like in my head, like this is what I would do. And then he ends up doing what I would do. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy. But I do think about that stuff, like when I'm reading them. I don't know, it kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit. But I'm loving reading this like apocalyptic stuff. I'm like, it's not, because you know, when I think of like dystopian, I mean, is dystopian, how do they define that? I don't even know. Is there a difference between dystopian and post-apocalyptic? Dystopian definition. Okay. Relating to or denoting an imagined state or society where there's, I feel like, when I read, like, I think of, like, Hunger Games. That's, like, 200 years in the future. Like, the stuff I'm reading is, like, when it happens. Like, when the end of the world happens. And I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I read that last night. And then it was, like, I looked. And it was, like, 3:30. And I was like, oh, my God. You've got Survivor and Amazing Race to watch. And you have to finish this stupid show so you can do your video about it tomorrow. So I think I had, like, 25 or 35 minutes of that show, Good American Family. So I watched that. And then when I got done with that, I was like, okay, you don't have enough time because you got to get up and do stuff tomorrow. You don't have enough time to watch both of them because at that point it was like after 4. And I was like, I don't want to stay up till like 6:30 again tonight. So I was like, you can either watch Amazing Race because they're each an hour long. So I was like, you can either watch Amazing Race or Survivor, but you can't watch both of them. So I picked Survivor. So I watched Survivor. I'm loving this season of Survivor. It's funny because I love both of the shows, Survivor and Amazing Race, since I started watching them like a year ago. I think I'm definitely a bigger Survivor fan than Amazing Race. I mean, they're completely 2 different shows, but I'm definitely a bigger Survivor fan. And I like more of the cast. Like, there's people that like I'm already rooting for on Survivor. Amazing Race, it's interesting because, like, when I started watching it last year, there were people that I just really didn't like right away, and then there were people that I, like, loved right away. The brothers that were together, was that last season? The ones that they reminded me of Alex and Fufu a little bit. And then there was the 2 friends that were in the military. They remind me of the 2 brothers this season. I like the 2 brothers this season, but we don't really get to know them that well. It feels different this season. I think they were like an hour and a half last season, and now they're like an hour each season, which seems long. And then there's a gay couple that's from Las Vegas. I like them, but we don't really get to know them much at all. The Dungeons and Dragon guy drives me crazy. Those 2 guys, they're very nice. And I think they're both gay too. They're very nice, but they just kind of like drive me crazy because everything's compared to like gameplay and fantasy and all this kind of stuff. And then I'm trying to think of who else. The guy that's Pops and his son. I love that they teamed up with the girl and her mom. And I think that both the younger ones I think they're both single. I love that they like, so it's like, these like, I think they're like 30 or 35, and they're like doing it with their parents that are older, like in their 60s. And it's really cool. I love that. The people that are always first, or they always are aiming to be first, the couple, they make me uncomfortable. You can tell they fight a lot. And then, like, he said something to her last night, and she was like, you could tell it was like she's constantly talking about, like, oh, these difficult times that we have, but you can tell it's like they're really struggling. I don't like how he talks to her. The lesbian couple that's on there that are both nurses, I really, really like them, but God, they cannot flag down a cab to save their lives. Like, this is like the third mission that they've been on, or third task or whatever, that they can't even get a cab. I mean, everybody just walks out and gets in a cab, and these girls are like, oh, well, that cab's got people in it, and that cab's not stopping for us. I'm like, just go and get in a cab. Like, I mean, it drives me crazy. Because they're always at the end of the group because they can never get a cab. And I'm like, what is going on? And they're so nice about it. They're like, oh, the camera stopped. They're always like, oh no, like there's people in there, we can't stop them. I like them a lot. I think they could actually do very well if they would just hustle a little bit faster. Who else is on Amazing Race? But the thing is like, none of them, like last season, the mom and her son, you know, I really, like at first they annoyed me, but then I ended up loving them. I don't know, maybe it's just not far enough into Amazing Race yet, but so we'll see what happens. But I watched Survivor last night. I'm loving Survivor this season. I'm absolutely loving it. I have some favorites already. And there was a huge change. I don't want to ruin it for anybody that hasn't seen it yet this week, but there was a huge change this week. Well, every like tribal council on Survivor this season has been really, really good too. Like crazy stuff happens at every tribal council, so they've all been really good. But I like Survivor. So I watched Survivor, and then I was like, I looked at the clock, and I was like, ooh, you can start Amazing Race. So I watched like more than half of Amazing Race, and then I ended up going to bed at like 6. Stupid. So tonight I want to read a lot. And tonight I have to finish, oh God, you know what I did not watch? I did not get caught up on Found. I know. If I wasn't so close to the end of the season, I would just quit it, because I'm over it. So tonight, what am I going to watch? We'll probably watch House Beverly Hills, unless he wants to watch it this weekend. Tomorrow night he's having dinner with 2 of his girlfriends, so we probably won't watch it then. If he comes home early, we'll watch RuPaul tomorrow night. So I've got last week's episode of Found I have to watch. I have to finish... Oh, I didn't check off Survivor. I have to finish Amazing Race. If Murder on the Friday Night Lights is on this week, I will watch that tonight as well, but I don't think that's out. And then... Matlock, Elsbeth, and The New Found come out tonight too, but I won't watch those till this weekend. Or maybe I will, it just depends. But I think tonight I'm gonna like do Ghosts, and I'm gonna read a lot tonight. There's a couple true crime things. I might start that new, because so many people have asked me to watch it, that Bright River, where's it at? Shows to binge. Where's my shows to binge list? I just had it, here it is. There's so many shows I want to watch. I have 35 shows to binge. And that's not the list that I keep going when people mention shows to me. Oh, no, that's watch 25 shows. 35 shows. Where's my shows? Shows to binge. Oh, I don't even have the number. Probably 60 shows on here for 2025 that I want to watch already. I'll probably start tonight Adolescence or Long Bright River. I might start Adolescence because it's only 4 episodes. And I might watch that Lori Daybell interview on Dateline. So that's kind of my plan tonight. But yeah, it'll be a good night. It'll be relaxing. It's very cold outside. Very, very cold. So just going to stay warm and stay inside and all that. And then tomorrow Alex is going to take me to run a couple errands that I need to do. And then he's having dinner tomorrow night. And then I'll probably, in between there, make some videos. Vlog, of course. And then I'll probably just read and watch TV shows this weekend. Saturday, we don't really have a whole lot. We've got something during the day, but... So I don't know how many videos I'll film on Saturday. I'll definitely probably do a drama video and a vlog, and then Sunday I'll film as well. Yeah, and that's kind of it. I don't think... He said he didn't have any plans on Saturday night, but that could change. Tanya called me earlier. She called me at kind of like a time she doesn't usually call me, so I'm wondering if she's not asking me like if I want to do something like either tonight or tomorrow. Well, tonight it's now too late, but she sometimes asks me to go to this meeting with her on Thursday night, Wednesday and Thursday night. She goes to like, sometimes she'll try this meeting that she likes. I haven't been to that Thursday night meeting in forever though, but she's usually at the last minute. This candle smells like bread. It just came out of the oven. It smells so good. Slow Mornings it's called. I wonder if there's anybody who's written anything about it. Let's see what they say. What does slow Shy Wolf Candles Slow Mornings smell like? It can't be up here already, can it be? Oh, coffee, cream, and bourbon blend. Evoking a feeling of having coffee in the mountains as fog sets in a slow... Where are they finding this? A slow autumn Saturday morning. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Coffee, scent notes, coffee, cream, and bourbon evokes a slow, chilly Saturday morning in the mountains. With fog, a steaming cup of coffee, and a dash of sweet cream. Where are they finding this? AI generated. AI is weak. AI is for people that can't do the work themselves. That's what I think. Oh, hibernation smells like curling up with your favorite blanket, a steaming cup of spiced tea, and a new novel as the snow slowly falls outside your window. That sounds so good, doesn't it? I want that one. These candles, oh, I thought it said $32. $23 for this candle. Peppermint, bergamot, ginger, warm spices. Oh, I might have to get that candle. Hibernation. Sounds so good, doesn't it? Oh, you can win a free year of candles. I don't know how, because I just clicked off of it. Okay, let's get into some of the comments and read some of the comments from today. Or the last couple days. Let's go in here. Cauliflower, are you the first one? I'll die if she is. It's loading slow. Oh, no, it's not. What's taking so long to load this? Okay, Tula. Hey, Tula. She said, Peter, you need to name the squirrels in your yard Earl and Pearl. I do love the name Pearl after Janis Joplin. That's what I named our squirrels in our backyard tree. From Don Freeman's children's book, Earl the Squirrel. Pearl just rhymes with Earl, and I love it. My grandkids, she says, my grands make the connection to the book and say, oh, Mimi, that's the book. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, I love that. What's Earl the Squirrel? Now I want to look it up. Earl the Squirrel. That's not the guy that... Oh. Earl the Squirrel fandom. What? He's got a fandom? Oh, here's the book. Why do I feel like I know this book? Who's the guy that has, like... People keep on sending this to me, and I talked about it on here. Somebody sent it to me. It's this guy that has made his squirrel a house outside, and there's like a active TV in the squirrel's house. Earl the squirrel doesn't think of himself as spoiled, but his mother does. She decides it's high time Earl learns to find acorns for himself. There's only one problem. He doesn't know where to look. Earl's friend Jill offers to help, but that's not what Earl's mother had in mind. So wearing his bright red scarf, Earl sets off on his own for an action-packed acorn finding, it's all one word, acorn finding, mission. I love that. Striking black and white scratchboard art is accented by Earl's crimson scarf. Oh, it's so cute. The effect is classic, clean, and thoroughly recognizable as Don Freeman's signature style. Oh, I love it. When did the book come out? Oh, 2005. It's been out for a long time. It's beautiful. Okay. Well, Tula, I appreciate that, but I haven't decided what direction I'm going with the squirrels yet as far as names. Melissa put up, oh, I must have asked for an emoji. She put a little dog barking. I've never seen that emoji before. Oh, there's cauliflower 2 hours ago. We are having the warm weather you had yesterday and waiting for some rain to come through. Spaghetti for dinner tonight, she said. Oh, yum. Amy said, hey, Amy, an hour to an hour and a half is perfect as far as the length of the vlog. Well, thank you. Oh, Teresa must have been one of the people that recommended The Edge of Collapse. She said, yay, I'm so happy that you're enjoying The Edge of Collapse series. It is so good. I can't believe, I mean, it was only 85 pages or something like that, but I can't believe that I finished the prequel already. So much happens. I'll tell you the thing that's really cool about it is, so the prequel of the Edge of Collapse series takes place in downtown Chicago. It takes place like where I used to spend a lot of time. We used to stay, on top of the water tower. And so I stayed in the Sears Tower before. Like a friend of mine when I was growing up, well, a friend of my mom's and I, when I was growing up, we went up there to do a school clothes shopping and go to a play right before school started. I was like 5th grade into 6th grade, I think. This girlfriend of mine, not girlfriend, but she was a friend of mine that was a girl. And her parents had an apartment in Sears Tower. like his business had an apartment, so we stayed in the Sears Tower. I remember it was weird because they talk about this in the book, that you could, like, when you were in the Sears Tower, you could feel it, like, going back and forth with the wind. But anyway, and we also did the thing when you go in the elevator. She was the one that taught me this, where you jump in an elevator. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I know a lot of people, when I say that, will be like, Peter, you're not supposed to jump in an elevator. Some people get so serious sometimes. I don't really know what to do with you. You get so serious. But anyway, but it all takes place on Michigan Avenue, like in downtown Chicago. Like, planes are crashing in the street, and it's like horrible what happened. So much happens in the first one. Like, main characters are dying left and right. It's 85 pages. I mean, it's like this quick. But anyway, I'm excited to like really get into the next one. So thank you, Teresa, for the recommendation. Miss Chicky said, what is going on? Miss Chicky said, I prefer the vlogs to be as long as possible. I watch while I work, so I'm always sad when they end. Aww. Clouds and Cats said, I always also keep getting the ad for the most realistic bunny toy, and it confuses me. Is it on my Weather Channel? Wasn't it on the Weather Channel that I got that? Was that where I got that? On the Weather Channel? Maybe it wasn't on the Weather Channel. Is it on here? The ad? Now it's saying... Oh, it is! Why does it keep on coming up on my Weather Channel? This cute and realistic bunny toy is perfect for Easter. Dare I look this up? Oh, the battery is flashing. Hold on, I'm gonna go get another battery. Okay, I'm back. It's so weird, the camera with the new setting. So before, it just would like... Okay, the only way... So when I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so when I press record now, it goes like this, and then it goes like that. And so it doesn't really like start recording until it goes like that. But before, I would just hit record, and then it would just start recording right away. Does that make sense? Like, you hit record. It wouldn't like move in. I don't really know how to explain it other than that, but it's like, it's unsettling because I don't really know like when the camera stops. Okay, so like on my cameos, when I do my cameos on the phone, on my phone when I do them, it'll like count down 3, 2, 1. And so like when I start them sometimes, I'm like, I don't know, like, am I starting it too late? Am I starting it too early? That's how I feel with the camera. So forgive me until you guys, you accomplished your assignment. Well, my headache's still there, but it's not as bad as it was. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. You accomplished your assignment. But anyway, so what was I saying before that? Now I don't remember what I was saying about. Oh, be patient with me, please, while I figure out the new camera situation. Because, you know, on my other videos, unless it, like, the camera stops at the 30-minute mark, like on my drama videos, it's like I cut off the beginning and the end. But I don't do that on my vlogs. I just, like, raw, you know, like, raw. It's, like, raw and unedited. So you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Do you know what I mean? What was I watching? Oh, she says that on, like, my mother-in-law says, she says that on Good American Family. She doesn't say you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. She says you get what you get. What's the saying that she says? Because it's different than what my mother-in-law says. You get... I know somebody out there is saying it. You get, I can hear you already. Get what you get, and you, first of all, they make Christine Barnett, who was sending like nudie pictures on like dating sites and stuff like that, and tried to set up Natalia Grace with an adult man when she was 8 years old. They make her like, she's like, gosh darn. Like, she never like cusses or anything. It's like, I think that's probably not a real true depiction of Christine Barnett when you have heard her screaming and yelling. It's not, and you don't get upset. That's what she says. You get what you get and you don't get upset. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Should we look up the ad for the bunny? I'm kind of afraid to look it up because if I do, then, you know, it'll forever be like in my algorithm. But what's the ad? Well, I'm going to look it up, the most realistic bunny toy, but then I'm going to see. It says take a second to breathe. Oh, now it's not coming up. It's a car ad. Where's the most realistic bunny? It started with an F. The ad. Let's look it up. The most realistic bunny toy. The most realistic. It comes, the first thing that comes up. Most realistic bunny toy, most realistic game, Roblox game, Minecraft. Why is this the first thing that comes up? Oh my god, it does look realistic though. You can get it at all these different places. The Amazon, the Walmart, the Etsy, Odin Parker. That one doesn't look, what is this? The Bunby. Here's the official site. How much is that? Should I get it and review it? $27.99 for that. Lifelike movements, hops, twitches, and wiggles its ears just like a real bunny. Interactive fun, responds to touch and voice, providing endless entertainment. No mess, just joy. Playful bunny frolics without any hassle. So this one's white. You can get a brown one. Let's see what it looks like. Why isn't it changing color? You can get a pink one or white one. Oh, you get buy two, you get one free. They don't really look that realistic, honestly. Perfect impersonator of bunny. This bunny is meticulously designed to closely resemble a real bunny. Real rabbit. Perfectly capturing the charm. There's a video playing underneath it, but I want to wait till I get to that part. Perfectly capturing the charm of a live bunny, from its soft fur to its bright eyes. Didn't I just talk about AI and how it's ruining the world? Oh, look at this. Oh, what's it doing? Next level motion. It's like getting into like sugar or beads or something. Oh, it's going like that. Oh, okay. Does she say anything? No. Have the volume turned up. It doesn't really seem to do that much. Looks animatronic. Comfort meets durability in every detail. And they show this guy like working on him. After months of use, this bunny still feels as soft as the day I got it. The quality is truly impressive. I'm very satisfied with its durability. It's like going in and out of all these happy customer ads. What else do they have on here? Products. Let's see what other products they have. Oh my lord, the magic bubble ball. What is that even? Let's look at the magic bubble ball. Looking for a new way to play? Try the magic bubble ball from, I can't pronounce this company. The super stretchy, super strong ball is the perfect way to get kids off the couch and having fun. I don't really know. They look like implants. I don't really, like blue and purple implants. I don't really know how to fill it with water for a refreshing twist. Magic bubble ball can be inflated to an enormous size, then bounces and stretches like a giant bubble. That is a mess waiting to happen. And then you can, okay, what are the other products? This seems like a total scam to me. I don't know what this is. To cleanify? What is this stuff? The easy abs? What are these? Oh, these compression. I have compression socks, but these are okay. Instant smile, premium, natural looking veneers. Oh my god, I am so buying those. $19.99. Achieve the radiant smile you've always wanted with Instant Smile. I'm buying these. I am so getting these. I'm going to do a whole review on them. This innovative product provides, these are flippers in a pageant is what they are. Do you guys know what flippers are? Like in the toddlers and tiaras, they're like, that you put in around, okay. This innovative product provides an instant transformation, boosting your confidence with a perfect looking smile. I can tell you right now, these teeth that she has on in this ad are not these fake veneers that are plastic. Easy to use and comfortable to wear, Instant Smile is your secret weapon for a picture-perfect appearance. Discover the confidence that comes with a beautiful smile exclusively at, is it AKVO? And then it's underneath here, help cats around the world. This is like on all of them. This cat has 2 different colors eyes. Oh, because they're blind? It says on here. You can get I Love Cats bracelet. I should get my friend Nikki one of those. She loves cats. Feeds 10 cats, blind cats, allowing shelters to put more money toward medical expenses, but then you can watch on cameras to see them feed the cats. If you want to do that, if you buy something that goes towards that. What's all this stuff? Why isn't it showing the realistic bunny in their shops? Oh, they got Jesus Saves sweatpants that you can buy on here. Then they have an eye fade too, beard trimmer, hair trimmer. They have a fragrances. Is this bright white teeth whitening pan? Oh, they got contact lenses. Luxury palm hand sculpture. Rockery waterfall table fountain. Oh, these fountains are kind of pretty though. Why don't they have the bunny on here though, I wonder? What are those veneers called? I'm kind of scared to buy them off this website if you want to know the truth. What are they called? Insta Smile veneers. Smile veneers. Oh my god, they're everywhere. 2-day poplin veneers, $299. When you can get them for $19.99, are you crazy? Oh, here they are, 28. I mean, there's all these different websites. Oh, here they are, Instant Smile, $24.99. They have like fake looking gums and everything in them. Oh, these are the ones you put over their teeth. Those kind of freak me out. True Smile veneers. Have you seen people on like the TikToks and the Instagrams? I don't look at the TikToks, but on the Instagrams. Here it is. Instant Smile Complete Your Temporary. Have you ever seen people that do these? They look so fake. They are so bad. Actually, one of the things I love to look up is funny fake veneers. It's like dogs and wigs is one of my favorite. I can't even look at these pictures. Oh my god, these pictures are so hilarious. Okay, but we got to get out of Google Shopping. We need to get into images. Okay. Funny. I mean, veneers are expensive. I understand that, but I don't know that I would be. Oh my god, some. Oh my god, these are so fun. Oh my god, these are so funny. I put this thing up on my Instagram. Maybe I showed it to you guys here. Oh my god, this candle smells so good. Have you seen it where it's the dog that walks in? It's like a ball that has like teeth on the end of it. He's got it in his mouth. And she says in the thing, she's like, my dog got my grandma's dentures. Have you guys seen it? It is hilarious. I love that so much. Oh my god, Halloween costume teeth. Oh, these are not veneers. These are Halloween costume teeth. Is that Swoop? Try Snap-on veneers? Did she do a video about that? Why is it pulling up her thumbnail on here? Hold on, let me turn the volume down. Okay, is this Swoop? Oh, it is Swoop. Oh, she got a video 3 years ago. I tried Snap-on veneers on my broken brown teeth and this happened. Family reacts. My teeth downfall. Swoop. Aww. Oh, she's talking about the downfall of her teeth. Aww. I love Swoop. I might have to watch this. I'm going to leave this one up to watch it. See, I love that she says on here, she links it, and then she says use code to get 15% off, not an affiliate. She puts in there. She even knows how to disclose appropriately. Thank you. Anyway, all these ones that are funny pictures are like fake pictures of Halloween teeth. That's what they are. But I do love, do you ever look at pictures of dogs and wigs? Dogs and wigs. Ah! Oh my god, this cracks me. This one cracks me up so much. It reminds me of pee-pee. So much. Are there... Oh, there's new pictures. I've never seen this one before. This dog sticking out its tongue. What is this? Oh my god, these dogs are so funny. Dogs are so cute, aren't they? Okay, let's read a couple more comments. Hold on a second. I'm like hitting all kinds of stuff. So, Ayla said, regarding the coffee tonic drink, brew the coffee and pour in ice cube tray and freeze. It'll make it less watery. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It's a lot of work. And we don't have an ice tray, I don't think, because we have an ice machine. But I could probably buy one. Kristen said, I know I don't always get a chance to comment on your videos, but I always watch them. If you vlog for about an hour, I'm happy. Don't worry about it not being long enough or too long. I think everyone is happy as long as you post. Oh, thank you, Kristen. I appreciate that. What are the origins of back and two and two? Before I tell anybody, does anybody know? It's Love Connection. Didn't he say back in 2 and 2 on Love Connection? Hugo 2 and 2. Back in Love Connection. Yeah, it comes, if you pull it out. Chuck Woolery, Love Connection, back in 2 and 2. That's where it comes from. Nothing that I say is original. It's all stolen from pop culture. But I love that you asked that. I used to watch that when I would get home from school. I don't know why. So thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Vanessa said, hi, Peter. Thank you so much for being a ray of sunshine. I just lost my mom, and watching and listening to you is such a comfort. Vanessa, I am so sorry. Sending lots of love to you. It's so hard. It's so hard. I'm glad that my videos are bringing some kind of peace to you. Christy said, Long Bright River is really good. You'll like it. I prefer long blogs. Love you. Love you too, Christy. Sam said, also the thing about Ubers is how much it costs. I don't want to pay $20 to go one way to the mall and another $20 when I want to leave. So if you want to leave the house multiple times a week, that can add up pretty quickly. 100% I agree with that. Interestingly enough, during the times that I go, Ubers are really not that expensive, but I always tip. And I tip like, well, so not that that matters, but I think you should tip your Uber and Lyft drivers. I think you should tip anybody that is a delivery person because, like, if there's an option to tip. Like with DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, and all that kind of stuff, because that's a huge part of how they make their money. I ask Uber drivers that, and what they'll tell me, this one guy said he looked it up, and it was like 24%. He had like just done it like the day before. It was like 24% of the people that I give rides to tip. He's like, I understand it. People can't afford to tip. Well, I mean, that's how people make money in the service industry, you know? Somebody said, I agree with Peter's friends. Long Bright River is bad, which is a shame because it features talented actors. I read the poor reviews but decided to give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, I couldn't even get through the first episode. It's filled with overused movie tropes, riding through the city with voiceover narration. Okay, well, that's not the show I was talking about. What was I talking about that my friends said they didn't like? It wasn't Long Bright River because everybody has told me to watch that. Tanya just told me to watch it. Nikki, I don't think she's watched it yet. What show was I talking about? I must have said Long Bright River and then went into something else and thought I was talking about something else. But I don't know. It wasn't Long Bright River. I think I was talking about White Lotus, that a lot of people were saying it's really boring this season, which I don't feel like it is. But what was the show that somebody said? Oh, the cast. People are saying that the cast of the... I don't know which one. I don't know what show I was talking about now. But it wasn't Long Bright River. So if I said that, I meant something else. So I apologize for that. But it's interesting, your reaction to it, because I'm getting totally the opposite reaction. So now I'm kind of interested to see what I think about it. Riding through the city with voiceover narration, suddenly slipping into a trance to show a flashback. I don't love that on shows. The young son's dramatic voiceovers about the devil, good and bad and evil. All these things happen 20 minutes in, which is when I just stopped watching. Just so bad. If someone sees it through and it's actually good later, let us know. I've not heard anything. You're the first negative review I've heard about Long Bright River. So I don't know. Like, I don't even know what show I was talking about. Now I'm confusion. Did I say Long Bright River? I didn't mean it. Everybody's giving me positive reviews about it. You're the first one. But I'm going to check it out anyway. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Now I'm like going into it. I kind of actually like that I got a negative review of it because I'm kind of like, now I can go in and make my own mind up. Because everybody was like, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. And then I was going into it kind of like, well, I really want to love it. You know what I mean? But now I'm kind of like, oh, now I can kind of, you know what I mean? Go into it and be like really open-minded. And then, because like when people like everybody that I know loves a show and I go into it, then I'm like, okay, what am I going to love? It's almost kind of like I'm waiting for the moment to love it. Or if they don't like it, I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. But when I have a lot of different reviews and I just go into it, I'm just kind of like, just enjoy it. I really like to go in a show when I don't read a lot about it first or hear a lot about it first. Feral Vlogs said, oh my God, you just told me what your name was. And I said I would never forget it. Did you say it was... It starts with an A. Is it Alex? I don't think it's Alejandro. It's something I said I would never forget. And now I'm forgetting. I am so sorry. My husband and I love getting pedicures together. I'm glad you all had fun and got some exciting coffee. I never would have considered lime juice. I know, right? Like, it's so good. A couple people asked me about the medical alert bracelet. I do not wear one, and I don't want to wear one. It's all on my phone, so like if something happens, it's the first thing that comes up on your iPhone. You can like have that like hooked into your medical stuff. and I don't want to wear a medical bracelet. So, and I've asked the doctors about it, and most of the doctors I've talked to have said to me that most of their patients do not wear medical bracelets that have severe issues. So that's kind of like medical bracelets. I mean, I know some people still do, but most people don't. The alternative is to wear a necklace. I'm not completely opposed to wearing a necklace, but I don't wear a lot of necklaces when I go out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so you can also, like, in your phone, just so you know this, if you didn't know this, you can put in, like, your medical emergency contact, and, like, without them unlocking your phone, they can get access to all that stuff, just so you know. But I don't wear a medical or bracelet or not. Oh, no, you said necklace, yeah. Those are so helpful for first responders. Somebody said something about Gypsy Rose Blanchard still being in jail, just like the guy she manipulated is when I have a lot of opinions about that. Diana, we are on a warm, cozy, cloudy porch, vlog time. But you know what's interesting about, I will say this, about the medical alert bracelet, and you said they're really helpful for first responders. I've actually talked to a lot of first responders, and they said they usually go to the phone first and not look for a bracelet. I've asked my doctors, they haven't approached me with it, which I think is interesting. So, yeah. Okay. Nicole, girl, she's gonna come. Oh, Diana said, Diana, I love your comments always on all my videos. They're so much fun. They're so sweet. Nicole said, I'm gonna be honest, that espresso tonic sounds like it tastes like a battery. I mean, maybe, but I liked it. It does sound refreshing for summer at least. I'll stick with my toxic Diet Coke. I like Diet Coke too. Chelsea said, you are our leader. I'm a cult leader. Didn't you know that? I am. I'm the world's best cult leader. Jessica said, I know you mentioned adolescence in passing, but would love to see a review from you. It's a short watch, 4 episodes, but plenty of messaging. Yeah, I will probably watch that. Chrissy said, Peter, if you made a 5-hour vlog, I would watch every minute. Also, I feel like you would like Righteous Gemstones. Okay, well, I appreciate your comment, first of all, but I'll say, it's so funny because I started it, we were in some hotel years ago, and I watched like the first 2 episodes of it. It was like a marathon, and I loved it, and I thought it was really well done. And then I was like, when I come home, I'm going to watch it, and then I didn't. Which is the same thing that happened with Below Deck Mediterranean. We were like in Miami, it was raining one day, and there was like a marathon on, and I watched like season 3, episodes 5 through 10 or something like that. But when I came back, I did start watching Below Deck Mediterranean. Kelsey said, bless Tanya. The way she speaks to you and interacts with you, she just seems like such a wonderful, beautiful person and friend she is. I feel so blessed to have just such wonderful, amazing people in my life. You know, I think that it goes to say that, it's about the quality of the people that you have in your life, not the quantity, and I'm so grateful for that. And, yeah, the people in my life are a blessing. You guys are a blessing. And I'm so grateful for all of you, and to come on here and do videos every day and to vlog, and that you guys will be like, an hour, 5 hours. I love it. Like I said that yesterday, it really means a lot to me. If you made it this far in the comment section, what emoji should I, let's look up emojis really quick, shall we? Let's look up emojis, and I'm going to give you guys a random emoji. Okay, let's look up a random emoji. You know what? Put your favorite emoji. That isn't something that you would usually leave in a comment section of my vlog. Your favorite emoji. This is dangerous. Put it in the comment section below. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. I do. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena.